Okay, we're back.
Hey, we're back.
Yay, sorry, something happened, I don't fucking know what, whatever. And I was watching it, and there's, you can just see, he's walking, like, Bruce Wayne's walking from, I don't know if he's walking from the manor or wherever, but he's going into the crypt where his parents are buried. And in the background is the blown up Wayne Manor. So, I mean, I know you can get that off of any comic book, storyline, I'm sure, but...
Why would they put that there?
Why exactly? It was in which movie was it in? Where
they blow it up?
Yeah.
Was
it was Batman Begin. It was Batman Begin. So it was the first one. So I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's
It's a continuation.
What? No. So that's.
I mean, it's kind of. I mean, there's a lot of similarities from what I've heard.
My thing is like. Like I said, I was a novice comic book guy. Like I was a big Superman guy when I was younger. Batman, I've switched to Marvel more so because I just like a lot of their characters more. Not that I don't. I mean,
Marvel has better superheroes. DC has better villains. I'll say.
Yes, I'll agree. But I don't remember being like that caught up in it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I want to beat somebody up over. To me, it's cool. All the stuff they're doing with Star Wars right now is fucking cool. Like, great, canon, big fucking deal about canon. I'm sorry, so what? It was this way. We're gonna add new shit to it. You're welcome.
I think it goes back. I'll bring it back to Pokemon Go. With the red, the blue, the yellow team, you have that crowd mentality of this is us. We're doing it. It's kind of like sports,
Yeah.
People always talk about the Diamondbacks, and they instead of saying the Diamondbacks, they say we.
We, yeah,
right,
absolutely,
time,
right.
It's
You own it.
Yeah, it's like you were a part of it, and I think that a lot of nerds and a lot of geeks, and I say that in a good way, just also resonate with being a part of something.
Yeah.
So, and when that's messed up, that status quo is messed up.
And I get it. I always thought though, when I was younger, or even now, that the Star Wars were the more laid back, cool, whatever, and Trekkies, you don't fuck with.
Yeah, you don't fuck with
Trekkies. When Abrams came out with a new one, and I like that he spliced it. I think he was don't fuck with the Trekkies, and we can do this, and they'll be fine. We've got our universe, and here's this universe. But I just love that all this new shit is coming out. I love that with the new Rogue One, apparently we're going to see Vader just destroy people.
Ooh.
Yeah,
It's just new content.
I love it. Why just be stuck in?
Yeah.
It's got to evolve. It has to. Or you're just going to tell all the same fucking story over and over again.
That's what I've been saying with the Batman thing. We're tired of seeing the same Batman. We're tired of seeing the same Superman. How many times can you just see Batman save the day before you're like, okay, I'm kind of.
Well, and like I said to Tim, if Batman were really there, you don't think he would kill anyone? I mean, even accidentally,
Yeah.
you would have to. And still, I'm still going to argue. I watched the movie again last night. I didn't see him directly kill anyone.
Real quick. Speaking of, did you know? Little trivia for everyone listening.
Yes.
That Batman is technically owned by one man.
No.
Yeah. So back in I think it was the 60s, I want to say, there was this guy, he pulled a bunch of, the comic wasn't going really anywhere. They weren't doing very well. So he pulled a bunch of investors together, got them together, and bought Batman. He also, the same guy, he started, and you can look all this up, I don't know names perfectly, a perfect rendition of this, but he basically started a comic book 101 college class. And he goes to the dean and he's talking about it. At first he's like, all right, I'm just going to let you know right now. The dean says, I'm just going to let you know right now, I'm not for this at all. We're not going to do this. And he's like, well, just hear me out. So he does this whole speech about why comic books are important, how they're helping society, why we should be reading them. And he said, you got it, you're good. It's all you.
Do you, boo?
So then, that same day, he calls up every reporter he can, every news channel he can, and he's like, did you hear that this university has the audacity to allow a comic book actual class? And that's how he got all of his views. That's how he got the word spread out.
That's genius, actually.
Right? So now, anytime they do any sort of rendition, any sort of Batman, it has to go through his approval. So
Interesting.
Because he wanted that because it's his childhood dream or his childhood hero. He didn't want anyone to actually mess up Batman. So the guy who actually owns Batman allowed this new rendition of Batman. He said,
Oh,
"This
there
is
you go.
this is within what I think Batman is at his core."
Fantastic. And like I said, screw canon and all that. Like to that point in the Star Wars universe, I know that Luke is a gray Jedi, which means at one point he had to hit the dark side.
Right.
I want to fucking see that. I want to see pretty faced little Luke just like destroy another Jedi or whatever the fuck he did to be. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see these new things. I'm
It'd
totally
be nice to
with
see him in exile. There's a whole book. That's why I love the expanded universe. Is that there's so much knowledge and content out there. That's what I like. I'm more of an old Republic kind of guy, so I don't mess with the New Republic. The stuff that happened after the Battle of Yavin. I do like 3,000 years prior to the movies ever happening. That stuff is what gets me. But there's this time period between after the Empire falls and what happens to the 7th movie, where Luke is just basically fighting for his life. He has nowhere to go. He's
because people
exiled.
they're after him.
Yeah. So, and he's just trying to rebuild the order, and he's doing this new thing where there's not negative. I mean, there's not dark side and light side. There's positive emotions. There's negative emotions, and it's all how you use them.
Yeah.
You can
Interesting.
you can use anger for good.
Yeah.
As much as you could use sadness to lead you to evil.
And I think they're showing that a little bit with Rey because she gets angry and just destroys it.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, I'm
It's natural.
totally with you on that. Yeah, I want to. Oh.
And that's what caused, I mean, if we're looking at it, the causation of Anakin falling to the dark side was him fighting his emotions.
Yeah.
He started as this kid who was too old to be part of the Jedi Order, but they said, you know what? Even though we can't brainwash him yet, because let's face it, that's what they do.
Yeah.
We can't brainwash him yet. We'll bring him in, and he still has individuality. He still has that, that psyche of emotions. And they tried to make him cap that all in and just, bottle that up. What happened was he killed a bunch of younglings, and he fell to the dark side.
Okay.
He was afraid of losing Padme, and he was afraid of these emotions, and they became the death of him.
Yeah, no, and I agree. I don't know who I was talking to about it. It was at work. I don't know if you were there or not, but somebody online photoshopped the face of Sebastian Stan, so Bucky,
Okay.
with Luke's hair, and it's like they're fucking twins.
Yeah.
And so I would love to see like an origin, not an origins. We know what his origins are, but maybe you take him and you explain between 6 and 7.
So there's Leonardo DiCaprio just came out with, I shouldn't say just came out, this is a while ago, but he had an interview, and he, I believe, stated that he was supposed to be the person cast for Anakin. And that's why young Anakin looks so much
Like him.
like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Interesting.
That's
Didn't
weird.
think about
I don't know. I
I don't know if I believe it because I haven't actually done enough research.
Oh, I believe that's possible. I don't know why he would back out, maybe typecast, but he's
no.
fucking Leo. Like, he's past that point.
Right.
I want to see, like, speaking of stuff like that, I've always been interested in seeing, I know it didn't get made, but the Batman, or the Superman movie with Nicolas Cage.
What?
Oh.
You never heard of that?
That's
No.
right.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that.
Tim Burton.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's
He doesn't look very good. It's, hey, this is Nicolas Cage. And he's got his little, widow's
Widow's
peak kind of
peak,
thing, but he's got the long hair. He looks like, what was that? Air Force, not,
Oh,
Con
Air.
Con Air.
he looks like that.
Yeah.
But he's got this, like, rubbery, almost like Batman and Robin-ish, like real colorful Superman.
Superman suit.
And they did a documentary, though. And I haven't looked for the documentary, but they did a documentary about the movie, why it didn't get made, whatever. Yeah, and there he is, trying on the actual suit.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
Yeah,
what happened?
yeah. Could you believe that?
I
wouldn't watch that.
believe that.
Oh, he doesn't even look like Superman.
No, not at all.
He looks like some comic book
What
nerd that got a
happened?
hold of Superman's.
That does.
There you
sound-
go.
That's
There's a good one.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's blue steel right there.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh my god.
So,
I can't
Okay.
believe that.
All right. Well, anyway,
I had to do that.
we went off. You know, I appreciate you coming in. I really do. I'm going to extend an invite for whenever you'd like to come back and talk about anything else. If there's something you want to get out there. I mean, we don't get a lot of like live views. We normally do.
Yeah, sometimes we got anywhere from
I can't see
5 or
what we're
6
on
loads in
Facebook.
there.
After
there's nobody.
after it posts, we get a lot of stuff. So,
Okay.
well, I mean, for us anyway.
Right, or if we promote it and
Yeah,
push
we'll
it.
promote. Yeah, I'm gonna promote this one. But again, I appreciate you coming in and talking.
Anytime,
It's
guys. This
fantastic.
was great.
Yeah.
Got a lot of knowledge. That was
I hope
good.
you weren't bored.
I feel like I'm not useless now. This is all useless.
You've never been, so, you've never been useless. This was your moment.
Yeah. Use my time to shine.
Nailed it.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we're gonna sign off. We'll see you same bat time-ish, maybe.
Whatever.
Fucking yeah. Same bat channel, and we appreciate you guys tuning in.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Get off of Facebook here.
Now we'll shut this one down too.